welcome to Conversion Conversations. This is Cameron, and today I'm taking a look at two more figures, two more two-packs really, from the Transformers Rise of the Beasts mainline. We have the first wave of Transformers Rise of the Beasts Beast Alliance Weaponizers. We've got Optimus Prime and Chainclaw over here, and Optimus Primal and Arrowstripe over here. And these are essentially two, like, basic or commander class figures that come with a little animal weaponizer buddy. And I was pretty excited about these, mostly because of the weaponizer pals. Arrowstripe here is a white tiger, which looks pretty dang cool. And then Chainclaw here is a wolf. They both turn into weapons. The figures, like, I'll talk about them in a second, but I'm more interested in just their attachments, because as far as I know, you can't get either of these buddies with them. So, starting out with Arrowstripe in his beast mode, or his alt mode, whatever you want to call it, and we have a nicely painted tiger face here. I do wish we had that black stripe paint going down the side or back in some way. We've got some nice silver mechanical detail there. That's always nice. I like that kind of pseudo-mechanical look. We've got a little bit of head wiggle. Not enough that I would even really call it articulation, but it's there. We have the legs can go forward that far, go back that far, not really even 360 here, and the back legs are fixed, and then he does have a little tail that can articulate up and down. So, you know, you could get like maybe like a prowling, crouching position, and then a standing up straight position, and that's about all he does. Chainclaw is a little better in terms of articulation. In terms of paint, I do really like the silver here. I wish that this, it's like, it's got a little bit of a silvery sheen to that back, like, ridge plastic, but it could have done with maybe a little bit more. It kind of comes off as that, like, unpainted prototype plastic, which is unfortunate. I do love his tiny little red painted eyes. That's super cute. I like his little, like, the side back piece metal comes all the way up to form almost a little helmet for him. His legs can go plenty far. They just run into his, like, cheekbones, basically. And on the back, they can go all the way back. So Chainclaw is the more articulated of the two. And you can get him into some fun little poses. No ball joints anywhere, which is a little disappointing, especially after, like, Cheetor's ball joints. But they are pretty neat little guys. And then they come with two, like, more neat little guys. Starting out with Optimus Primal in his beast mode. Unfortunately, no head articulation, but we do have 360 on the shoulder. It can go out, bicep swivel, all that good stuff. No waist swivel, can kick up that far, can kick back that far. Can't really do the Van Damme, and no ankle tilt. And in this mode, no really knee bend or articulation. The ankles can swivel. But yeah, he looks like a little mechanical gorilla. I feel like he doesn't look a ton like he did in the movie, but it's like a decent enough representation. And I will say a big part of my enjoyment of these guys is that they were both $10. So for $10, you get a little, like, deluxe-ish sized figure. Doesn't have deluxe articulation or transformation or anything, but like that decent sized figure, and then a little guy. I think that's a pretty fair price point for something like this. Optimus Prime here, I feel like, is the more disappointing of the two. It sucks that the head can't articulate on the gorilla. It really sucks that the wheel is, like, fake on this wheel here. We've got two pin wheel joints, and then we've got one that is fake. They did, I don't know if it's clever or if I hate it, but they painted the wheel and then it's cut short, like the mold is flat here to make sure they have clearance so that wheel doesn't drag. It's clever, but it also would, I feel like, wouldn't be that more expensive to have another pin and wheel section in this joint, but whatever. Up front, we've got, like, a very classic looking robot cab. Obviously, we've seen this type of design in these, like, commander size little price point figures before. So I feel like nothing super new here, other than maybe slightly less articulation or transformation in the feet to get them to fold up or down or somewhere to hide them away. But still, some decent paint. We do have the dreaded lifeless gray prototype plastic here at the base of the wheel, and we can see it in the joints. But other than that, you know, seems fine enough. And yeah, the big reason to get these guys, obviously, like those figures are fine, but the reason I wanted these guys was because I want this full set. So I believe this is now wave 1 complete. I don't know if we're getting any more of these beast weaponizers, but man, I hope we do. Let's get one of the siege ones in here. I just like these little guys. I love the idea of this gimmick where everyone gets a little pet that turns into a weapon. It's one of my favorite gimmicks. It's like one of my favorite things about Rise of the Beasts as the toy line. I wish I would have been fine if this is how like Rhinox was in the movie. Make him a normal size rhinoceros so he could turn into a weapon for one of the bigger robots. Something like that. I don't know. I think it would have been really neat. Same with Sheetor here. So now that I'm like looking in alt mode, I feel like these guys definitely hold up in terms of, maybe not articulation, but in terms of paint and design. Like this feels like a pretty solid line. If anyone stands short, it's this dude, which I think I've recorded this video already, but it hasn't come out yet. So we'll talk about him at some point in the future. But yeah, like this line here for wave 1 is pretty dang neat. All right, we'll get their buddies out of the way and let's get to some transformation. Let's start with the big boys. First, we've got Optimus Primal. Pretty simple transformation. We're going to take his shoulder pad and we're going to pop it up on each side or pop it off. It is on a pretty simple joint that'll just pop right back on where we need it to. There we go. Extend out the legs. I think this is like a 5-step transformation, which I think is fair and is appropriate for the figure. We're going to twist his feet around so his robot sections look forward, and then we're going to take his chest, we're going to open it up, flip it around, and there is Optimus Primal all done in robot mode. Again, super, super simple transformation. Same thing with Optimus Prime. We're going to pop out, there's two little tabs back here. We're just going to pop the legs out, and from there we can, it's like the classic Optimus Prime transformation. Pull out the shoulders and the arms, twist to give us our little faux abdomen here. We're going to flip out our Heelys, and then we get a cool Optimus Prime head reveal, like so. There we go. There's, you know, our Rise of the Beasts, Optimus Primal and Optimus Prime at the, like, Commander class price point or whatever you want to call it. And finally, we've got their weapons. So, Chainclaw, again, Weaponizer is super simple. Chainclaw, you're just going to flip things around so his chainsaw comes out. And then you've got a peg here in the abdomen that you're going to pull down, flipping around his feet. So there. And this is, I'll talk about this in weapon mode in a second, but this is basically it. If I remember correctly, you can't go this way, you have to come down. So you kind of, that's why this peg is so long, because it has to get past the feet. But we can equip Optimus Prime with Chainclaw. And then same dealio over here. He turns into a weapon. We are going to split Arrowstripe, and then the head can flip in. We've got our gun emplacement here. We're going to rotate our legs up and rotate these back. And he kind of turns into like a crossbow thingamajig. Close enough, if you squint at it, it's a crossbow approximation. And here we have our weaponizers in our bigger boy's hands. And at this point, we're going to come back and talk about articulation after we announce the winner of last week's giveaway.
All right, it is time to announce the winner of Transformers Generations. No, not Generations. What have we got? Transformers Shattered Glass Grimlock. I've been like trying to get through as much stuff as possible. It's been a heck of a week. But before we do, I already recorded the review. I usually record the reviews of this video and then this winner part at the end because I'm trying to get it out, give people as much time to enter as possible. I decided this is going to be added to this week's giveaway. So this is not part of the Grimlock prize, but with Optimus Primal and Optimus Prime. This I did the review of and I did the giveaway of like months ago. The winner never contacted me, and I just don't want it in my house anymore. I want to try and clear up some room. So I'm going to package this up with Optimus Prime and Optimus Primal for this week's giveaway. and this will be included in the prize. I wanted to make sure I got that on tape somewhere. All right, so we had all our comments here. If you wanted to enter the giveaway and you answer the question of the day, you had to do both things. You got a little heart, and that is what helped keep track of everyone who entered. And I had 36 entries, which is awesome. Super excited about that. And we're going to pick our winner. Now, I do want to say this is coming out, and we're going to be in the middle of our charity live stream. So if you're watching this and we're still live, go check it out. If you want to win more prizes, we've got a bunch of board games, some Transformers board games, like the Transformers deck building game we're giving away. We are taking $5 donations to benefit the Charcot-Marie Tooth Association. Charcot-Marie Tooth is a neurological disorder. The association is raising money for a cure, things like that, and treatment. You can go to our live stream. At least give us a hi. We'd love it if you said hi. And if you can, donate, and you'll get entered to win some more prizes. All right, so random between 1 and 36. Our winner is number 10. Number 10 is Marcos Bullnos. Marcos Bullness? Let's see, Marcos, what did you say? A lot of people had some really good ideas. Yeah, Constructicon colors or Tripticon colors. The other one you mentioned are the Predacon colors. I think that would be pretty sweet. Seeing the Dinobots, it would essentially be like kind of the flaming Grimlock colors, but a little more gold. That'd be really neat. All right, congratulations, Marcos. You're our winner. Reach out to us on social media, however you want to reach out to us, Discord, whatever, and we'll get Grimlock packaged up and sent out to you as soon as possible. It'll be next week sometime. And then check out the rest of the review for a chance to win Jazz, and swing by our live stream and say hi, because, you know, we're lonely. All right, let's get back to the review.
Congratulations again to the winner. So let's start out with Optimus Prime this time. We've got a decently sculpted little head sculpt. I think there's a tiny bit of blue paint, but I think his forehead goes down far enough that it's all covered in shadow. It's hard to make out. But yeah, it looks all right. I don't love the Rise of the Beast, the live-action style Optimus Prime head, but it's fine enough. We do get an interesting, like, not waist swivel, but like chest swivel. 360 on the shoulders, can go up there before his smokestack starts bumping up into his chest. Ball joint at the elbow, no wrist articulation or anything there. The legs can go up just fine. They can go back just fine. Actually, I lie. I thought they went back just fine, but his little bumper's there. So we do have a back kick that is pretty hampered. There is a knee joint that kind of functions as a thigh joint because it's the swivel on the ball joint. And then no wrist or no ankle articulation or anything. So, you know, you can get him in like a couple dynamic poses, but you're not really buying this figure for the posability at this price point. And then Optimus Primal here, 360 at the shoulder. The shoulder kind of locks back into the shoulder guard piece, shoulder armor piece. So you gotta like watch that, otherwise it'll just clip back in and then drag it back down with it. No head articulation, we've said that already. His head is the weaker of the two, absolutely. It's kind of bland looking, it's recessed, and doesn't like, to me, it doesn't look very good at all. I think they should have given him a mask, and then I would have liked if this was like independent inside that hood somehow or something. We do have the same arm articulation that he had in Gorilla Mode. No waist, that articulation is the same. He does have a little bit of a knee joint now, which is kind of nice. Not a ton, but a little bit. And then same ankle articulation. So it doesn't really change a ton, obviously, from Gorilla to Robot Mode at this price point. And their weapons, I think, are pretty neat in their own ways. Chainclaw, I love. The wolf, I think if these legs could have flipped the other way and it could have locked in place to get a little slimmer profile, I would have loved it even more. But as is, I dig it. I love the chainsaw on the forearm look. That looks awesome. Arrowstripe is definitely the weaker of the two. He's like a blaster with the tire folded out around it. It kind of looks like a crossbow. but not really. I would have preferred if the tiger head could have folded away in a way that it was hidden, and maybe these legs could have folded out tighter. And if these legs were articulated, they fold down to give it a slimmer profile. But they are still neat. And obviously we have like the other ones. The big thing I love about these guys is these forearm ports. I mean, yes, you can hold stuff in his hand, but the fact that you can, you know, put Chainclaw on one end, let's get rid of Rhinox, and Cheetor on the other, and he's got like dual blades he's wielding. That is the fun gimmick that I really, really like about this line. You know, give Optimus Primal a blaster or whatever. I really, really dig that. And then obviously we got, oh, does this not fit? There we go. Give him 2 blasters. Give Optimus Prime 2 blades. And then obviously we got a couple Wave 2 Rise of the Beast Alliance figures. I'm not getting those because I think it's just Cheetor and Rhinox again, and I don't need those again. If they were like repaints or something, I might be tempted, but as is, I don't need it. And then obviously we've got the Scorponok in the Buzzworthy Bumblebee line that is essentially the same thing. And like I said, I know it's a, you know what, because I'm doing these reviews in a different order. I've already, in my version of the timeline, looked at this figure. In your version, it's not coming out till, I think, 2 weeks from now or something. But let's just get him out here. The transformation is super simple anyway, just like the rest of these. And yeah, so here is how he kind of stands up. And obviously, this guy, out of the 3 of them, has his own weapon in addition to his Scorpion Blaster, or his Scorpion Sword. I will say this Scorpion is probably the weakest. It feels the cheapest out of all of them. But yeah, here is how these 3 look together. And obviously you can get, I think, RC, and I assume the other one is Bumblebee, I don't know. But like they're neat enough as is. And again, for the price point, I think I paid $12 for this guy, and these were 10 each. If you're looking, it looks like the Rise of the Beast stuff is getting discounted already. At $10, you're getting 2 figures. And one's a little fun little Beastmaster, Battlemaster thing, and the other one is a decent enough little toy. I recommend this one to people who want just like a little bite-sized bit of Transformers fun. On my end, the reason I got them is for the Battlemasters. So to that end, just like I had a winner to announce during this week's video, next week I'm going to be announcing a winner for these 2 guys. I recognize I'm not giving away the Beastmasters, the Battlemasters, and that's a shame, but I want to keep them. But these guys, I don't have a distinct spot in my collection, so I figure this isn't going to be a super popular giveaway, but I just don't want to keep them on my shelf, and I figure if they can go to a good home, that would be all the better. As is, I recommend them easily for $10, you know, great 2-pack. Otherwise, if you want to win them, just go down in the comments, just like in last week's video, go down in the comments and answer the question of the day. And the question of the day is, what's your favorite little, like, gimmick toy? Not Studio Series, not Generations. I mean, I guess Titan's Return counts, because that's the best gimmick line. It's had the best gimmick. I'm not going to count it because everyone would pick that answer if that was the answer to give. So, yeah, down in the comments, say you want to enter the giveaway and answer the question, what's been your favorite little Transformers gimmick toy that you ended up enjoying? Let me know. Next week I'll pick a random winner and we'll announce him, and then you reach out to me just like this week's winner did, and I'll get these 2 packaged up and shipped out to you as soon as possible. That's it for today's video. Thanks everyone for watching. Have a great day. Catch y'all later. Bye!